Welcome back, agents. Today we are back with another set of challenges. This time we'll be doing chapter 7 called All the Time in the World. This chapter has 27 challenges, and for this one I have for you 4 runs. Like always, there's just some challenges that you just cannot do on the same run. For example, whatever is the ghost challenges versus the assault challenges. You just can't do them at the same time. We'll try to keep it as simple as possible as always. But like I said, I said before, I don't Google these. I try to just practice, and then figure out good ways to do this. And if it works for me, hey, I'm past my prime. I'm sure it'll work for you guys. So let's get into it. As you can see, we already started the chapter here. Just play it through as normal, just like I've done before. I will maybe show some of the cutscenes, but some other ones I'll just cut through it, or I'm not even going to show the playthrough on how to get from one point to the other, just because we know this is a linear game, so you're just going to progress normally, and I'm not going to go ahead and just show you stuff that you already know. I'll try to show you specifically just the challenges. But on this first run, we're only going to do one challenge and we'll restart it again just to knock out the first one. The first challenge that we're going to do is self-check-in. The way I like to do it is like this. Obviously, we'll follow one of the twins here as we're supposed to. What I like to do is this guy that's sitting down here, I like to just go ahead and distract him, dart him, and just take that lighter that he has right there on the bench.
Yes, Mom.
Because we'll be using it, at least on the way that I'm doing it. You don't always need it. There are different ways to actually do this challenge, but this one seems to be pretty simple for me. So just go ahead and light up a fire here on this wheelbarrow full of leaves. Once this individual here goes to it, just jump over the fence and make your way up. And we'll climb this pipe here, and then we'll just make our way over to the right side to the open window up here. And once we do this one, we will go ahead right away and restart this checkpoint right here. And as soon as you go through this window, there you go. Self-check-in is done. Now we're just going to turn around and we will reload the same checkpoint. And here we go, back at it again. Once you reload, as you know, you will obviously start at the same point from the parking lot. We will head upstairs. I'm not going to show you exactly the conversation that you would get to kind of clue you in on how to do this one, just to not waste your time. So here, where we got that lighter from this dude sitting here, and we'll make our way to the back here of this area, and the press badge for us to enter will be right here.
I'll put it back.
Now from here, we head back upstairs towards the entrance, and only to show you real quick, if you listen to this lady here talking on the phone, you'll get the information of where to get that press badge from. But I wasn't going to show you the entire thing on that one. Most of you probably, I'm sure you already know. We just go ahead and give this security guard here the press badge. And as soon as we do that, press only will complete. There you go. And from here, we are going to push through. I didn't mention it earlier, but this second run, we are going to knock out 8 challenges. But I'm not going to show you all the things that you can do or that you may have to do if you're new to the game, to at least know how to follow, where to follow the twins too. So I'm just going to move along and cut through some of this to just not make it too long for you guys. But there is one conversation that you have to listen to in order to keep it moving. But obviously, we know you get to this point, and once we get this pretty cool shot of the chess tournament, we will start working our way towards the next few challenges. And once we can start moving again, we will turn left, and we are going to wait for this one staff member. He has a key, him right here. We want to get his key because that gives us access to all the rooms that we wouldn't be able to get through maybe easily.
Where do you go?
This just makes it much easier. We'll head downstairs. We're going to go to the manager's office. The manager's office is behind, across the hallway, behind this reception desk here. So just cut through here. Here we go. It says staff only, but the manager's office is going to be back there on that door on the right-hand side. Now, this area here usually don't get spotted. I kind of got spotted right here, but no big deal. But as soon as you open that door, there you go. The manager, that one is done. From here, now we're going to do Wine Connoisseur. If you don't already know, you need to get a code, and to figure out what the code will be, you need to read this note. If you don't already know, I'm sure you guys already know. Those of you that have played it already know what the code is. You would have to read that note and say like, oh, hey, here's the Vino Sacramental. And you get the year, 1952, and then you head over to the safe to open up the safe. There you go, 1952. And once we open this safe, there it is, Wine Connoisseur. And what we'll do is, because for the next one, all we have to do is just turn left here towards this note on our left side. Actually, you need the key, so make sure to grab that seller key. But read this note here, and this will clear the very next challenge, which is old school hacking.
1805, Battle of Trafalgar. Easy.
There you go. Now we are going to head back out of this office so we can work on our next challenge. I went out through this room, could have gone through the other room, but it's the same thing. It doesn't make any difference. I smoked out this guard for no reason. You actually don't have to do that. You can just walk out and you'll be completely fine. But this is the conversation that I believe you have to do. If I'm not mistaken, the times that I've tried, I had to listen to this conversation. That way Bond will know that he has to go through the laundry room to follow the twin. So just go ahead and listen to them, and then we'll keep pushing through.
Strange accent, though. Well, the blonde man is no bellhop, that's for sure. Time to do the laundry.
There we go. Now we're going to keep moving along. We'll go through this door. We will turn left here. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut across this area here, because the next challenge will be cleared right after we go through this door. And that is this here. Once you inspect the Bellboy hat, you will clear the Bellboy hat challenge. And there it is. And from here, we're going to back to where we just came from. And we're going to go down these stairs here on the right-hand side. And we're going to head over to the laundry room. And once we get here, there's going to be this short conversation that the twin is having with that security guard. But we are going to do 3 different challenges on this one, which is Laundry Day, Uninterrupted Service, and Squeaky Clean. So for all of these, you have to be stealthy about it. By the way, I'm refilling my gadgets here, but I stick through the left-hand side here. And since some of these challenges, what you need to do is just go through it without being noticed. I'm just sneaking through here. I'll end up kicking this door here, but nobody noticed me here. From here, what I do is across the way over there, we'll go ahead and do a little magic with that air conditioner. We'll grab the hat that is right here. That will clear Laundry Day.
This should do the trick.
And since we now have a disguise, we can just walk past these 2 security guards with no issue, and that will knock out the next 2 challenges, Uninterrupted Service and Squeaky Clean. But now from here, we are going to reload this same checkpoint, because now we have to do at least 1 more challenge for this area here, which is the Getting Dirty challenge, which for this one you have to defeat 5 laundry workers. They don't look like laundry workers to me. They look more like security guards. But I, again, recharge my gadgets. This is the easiest way I found to do this. You guys let me know. Please let me know in the comments if you guys have other ways to do it. But I first distract this one soldier or security guard. He's not a soldier. Distract him. Then I make this one sick here. That way he'll turn around. And once he turns around, we'll go and take him down. I'm trying to do this quietly because I don't want to fight all the soldiers. Obviously, you can. If you just want to fight your way through it, that's totally fine. But once we take that guy down, we turn back around here. We push this storage rack. That's 3. And now the same 2 guys that I took down earlier that are standing by this table here, I do the same thing I did earlier. I smoke him out with the air conditioner. He's number 4. And then we'll take this guy down. He's number 5. And then I'll just put on that hat again to just exit. Oh, by the way, sorry. There's Getting Dirty. That's done. I'll put on the hat again just so we can just walk out of the laundry area with no issues without having to fight anybody else. And now, once we get to this point here, by the way, yeah, we are on our 3rd run, as you guys noticed. And on this one, we're going to clear 5 challenges. We already cleared the first one, Getting Dirty. And now we're going to clear a couple more, or actually 3 more here in this area. Once you come up the stairs here, since I'm trying to do the stealthy ones, the ones where you have to be quiet, just quickly move towards the left-hand side here. As long as you stay crouched down and move quickly, they're not going to notice you. I like to, maybe there's a better way, but I usually, what I do is I distract this first guard here, and then I make the other one sick. And once he walks by, I just go out the door, and that's it. And by the way, as soon as we clear all these challenges, which by the way, here it is, Peace Studies clears, which means that Pacifist is now done. Also clears Silent Study, which also clears Ghost. And now we're going to once again reload this checkpoint because there are still a couple more challenges that we have to clear on this same area. So now we're going to do Indiscrete. where you have to defeat this 5 guards here. I usually like to do this. I throw a smoke just to make the fight easier. You can just fight them loud if you want to, you know, quote unquote loud. But I throw a smoke. The guy that's standing over here in this room, he notices what's going on. So this time around, I just decided to bluff him. You can just rush him, take him out real quick, whichever way you want. I'm so used to playing stealth games that I like to do things like that. Just keep it stealthy and quiet and try to keep folks from noticing what's going on. And now we have the last 2 guys here on this side. And here I go again. I'm just going to distract him to have him come on over here. Once he walks over here, I take him down. He's number 4. And now we take down this 5th guy. Him, I bluffed him. And then I take him down. By the way, again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that good stuff. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated, gamers. There we go, number 5, and that clears Indiscrete. And it also clears Assault. And now from here, we'll just keep pushing through. By the way, on this run, this is the last run we're going to do. And we are going to finish off 13 challenges. We already finished or completed 2 of those just now. Once we finish talking to Monroe here, we're going to head back upstairs. And I'm going to just play this one out, show you just so you can see. But the first one I want to do is Do Not Disturb, which is to enter room 207.
Who stays in 206?
Mr. Locke.
Since I didn't have enough my gadget to make that security guard sick, I just walk in here. By the way, if you picked up that staff key from that one security guard or that one staff member, you can enter that room with no issues. And from here, we're just going to make our way through this open window here, and we will work our way over to room 207. And while we work our way over there, just a reminder, please let me know, how are you guys liking these videos? I'm trying my best to keep them simple and try to explain things as easily as possible, and not have to make a lot of runs or a lot of back and forth, just to keep things simple. But once we get up here, I end up kicking this door open. Startles this guy here, but once you kick the door open, Do Not Disturb is complete. Get rid of this guy quickly. And from here, we're going right back out to that hallway so we can work on the next one, which is housekeeping. This one can be a little bit tricky because you have to get the staff member that's working here to open the room, but you have to distract other folks in order to do that. She's having a conversation here, so I'm standing here on this side. You have to listen to this conversation from her saying that she's pretty much done with her day because the folks in 205 didn't need or didn't want room service. When I'm saying it was tricky is because you have to make sure that you don't get spotted when you are trying to distract other folks in order to flip the sign on the door. And we have to distract this guy here on the left. I want to distract him with the clock that's back there behind him, but I want to first distract her with this vacuum. Then the thing is that now this one staff member here, he's back and he can see you if you try to do anything with this clock here. So I'm going to wait a little bit for him to move out of the way and then do it.
It's only been 3 weeks since you and I were sat next to him in Rio, toasting our brand new strategic partner.
He moved now. I can distract this guy here But the staff member, she also got distracted with the clock. So now I'm trying to distract her with this vacuum here. Now I'm going to flip the sign, but you can tell that I got spotted, so I just ran away, and it actually worked. Because even though they spotted me a little bit, I wasn't fully spotted, if that's the correct term.
Great.
Okay then.
But you see, I walked up to the security guard. He didn't do anything about it. And now we're just going to wait for the staff member to go into this room. And obviously, once she opens it, it'll clear the challenge. And there it is. Housekeeping challenge is now complete. Once we complete that, we can go out through the bathroom here on the left-hand side. I'm sure if you've played this already, you already know what happens here. You get a funny interaction with this lady here that's taking a bath. But once we finish with the conversation, if you want to finish it, jump out through this window and we'll make our way to room 206, and we jump into the room through the window. And then from here, all we have to do is just find all 3 clues, which is very simple. You really don't have to do any real digging to figure them out. I'm sure many of you guys already know that. So this is a very, very simple challenge to clear. If you've played the game normally, more than likely you got this challenge already. So we get this very first clue here, the wallet. Then we turn around, the next clue is going to be right there on this bench.
I found a key card holder, minus the key card.
Could mean anything, mate. Don't jump to
These are
conclusions.
signs.
Then the next one is going to be
Put up one hell of a fight.
in the
The
bathroom.
case.
And once we enter the bathroom here, we'll take a look at that suit here that's hanging, and that is
Size
the
XL.
third and final
Disguise again.
clue,
Or he changed his outfit.
and it'll clear
Small world
elementary.
difference.
Monroe, this is serious.
And from here,
To the chief of security, I'm
we
sure.
are going to push through. If you did everything the same way we did it here, you will automatically clear the next challenge, which is Lone Wolf, which is the one where you don't get spotted by any of the other recruits in your team.
Anyone else feel that?
And that one clears right here in this part.
A power surge in the electrical room.
And once we can move here, turn left, we're going to go out this window and hit down the pipe that's here on the left-hand side. This is, to me, the easiest way to just keep following the twin. I'm going to just cut through here just to not waste you guys' time. But once we get through this part here where we go into the dining room, this is going to be the next challenge that we have to clear. Just remember this here. I'm sure many of you already know, or everybody already know this, that you have to remember this lion, goat, and the snake. The point is just to do it on the first go. I am fairly certain that many of you already did this challenge because it is fairly simple. And there you go, Chimera is completed. Once we get this one, we'll just keep pushing through. I'm going to cut this just because everything is just fairly standard and just standard playthrough until we get to the point where we're going to fight the first twin, because on this one what we want to do is a beautiful waste, which is the one where you have to destroy 5 wine bottles. There's the first one, there's the second one. I like these kind of challenges where you have to just throw stuff at other NPCs. I was kind of struggling to find one to throw, but there it is. That was 4, and this is going to be 5 right here. Boom, there it is. A beautiful waste is completed. Now, once you finish that, just keep pushing through, keep playing it as normal. I'm going to cut through all of this because it's just standard playthrough. There's no challenges between that point and where we're going now, where it's going to be, the next one is going to be Florid. I'm sure many of you also got this one because it's not very difficult to complete this one. But once we get our car, just floor it. that's basically it. And that one is fairly simple to get as well. I mean, just hold down the gas button and there it is. Floor is completed. It's not like you can really see the speed or anything, but once you do that, you're good to go. Then from here, just keep pushing through. I'm going to cut through this as well. There's no other challenges until we get to this part here where we are going to do Firebrand, which is where you have to destroy 5 explosive barrels. There was the first one already. Here's second one. Hey, I know that my combat skills are not necessarily the super best. That was 3. There's another one up here that I'm trying to target. There's 4. And here comes the 5th one. And we'll keep pushing through. Everything here between now and the next challenge is fairly standard. You don't have to do anything special. The next one is going to be once you're already inside of the airplane, which is the challenge named No Brakes.
If I could access the flight
Once you get to this part here where you have to hack the controls on the aircraft and pretty much get rid of these soldiers that were here, all you have to do is just grab a weapon and shoot at this tank right here, and there it is. No break is complete. Once that one is complete, we're just going to push ahead, and on the next one, what you have to do is get rid of soldiers by pushing them out the door of the aircraft. It can be a little bit tricky because you have to use R1 and L1 to actually control the aircraft, but that was the first one. Here's the second one, and then there's the third one, and that is it. That clears our very last challenge, Traveling Light, which automatically clears Completionist. And there it is, Agent. Chapter 7, all the time in the world. 27 challenges in 4 runs, all done. I know it can be a little bit tricky when you're actually doing it. It might actually take you a few tries. That's okay, because it took me quite a few to figure this all out. But hey, thank you for the likes, subscriptions, shares, comments, all that good stuff that you guys have been doing. It's extremely appreciated. Please stick with me. We'll be having more challenges for the next few chapters. We'll keep dropping them once a week as always. Thanks again. Until the next one, agents.